is Lauren Seiler, and here's my audience. Okay, how many of you have lived in the same place your entire life? I haven't, but I have spent more than half of my life in Yorktown, Indiana. I have lived here since I was 8 years old. I graduated from Yorktown High School in 2014, and my stepdad's family has lived here their entire lives. There's a lot of history and comfort in this small town, and specifically, I will be talking about the history of Yorktown, what there is to do in Yorktown, and Yorktown's impressive school systems. According to YorktownIndiana.org, Yorktown is nestled between Interstate 69 and the city of Muncie, just on the banks of the White River. This town lies at the junction between the White River and Buck Creek, which makes Yorktown immune to tornadoes. Yorktown is less than an hour away from Indianapolis and is in the center population of the United States. Yorktown is the second town in Indiana to consolidate with a township and is accessible from the interstate with exits 234 and 241. Oliver H. Smith was a U.S. Senator who platted Yorktown in 1837. He became heavily involved in the railroad business, which allowed Yorktown to be joined to Indianapolis by the railroads in the early 1850s. Because of his hard work, the main road of downtown Yorktown bears his name, Smith Street. This allowed Yorktown to later work with the Big Four Railroad. During the 1880s, Yorktown took part in the natural gas boom in the area, which housed glass factories such as the Ball Brothers. In 1893, a 73-room resort hotel opened, but later closed when the dam ruptured and flooded the hotel, thus ruining it. In the mid-20th century, many companies such as General Motors, BorgWarner, and Marsh Supermarkets built locations in Yorktown. This allowed for several employment opportunities for locals, economically improved Yorktown, and put our town on the map. The unique thing about Marsh was that Yorktown was the corporate headquarters of the whole chain from 1952 to 1991. Unfortunately, General Motors closed down in 2003 and BorgWarner followed suit, closing down in 2009. Marsh Supermarket's grocery warehouse is still open, but the dried goods sections did shut down. In Yorktown, athletics are very prominent. The Yorktown YMCA was built a few years ago and is home to Munciana Volleyball, which hosts competitive youth programs. An emphasis on athletics has improved greatly in the last 5 years, and that is what the community does on the weekends. Parks such as Morrow's Meadow are available for locals to walk the 1-mile track or play with the children on their 2 different playgrounds. In recent years, the Yorktown Tigers have been named a Presidential Blue Ribbon School and listed in the New York Times as the best schools. They are on the National Honor Roll with 10 AP classes offered. Yorktown also leads the state in technology and multiple extracurricular activities such as band, drama, and state championship athletic programs. And here for my visual aid, I have a soccer ball. I played soccer at Yorktown for 4 years, and I also kind of started history and finished it because Yorktown was 4-peat sectional champions, which put us on the map for soccer. An example of how talented Yorktown is in the music department is with Seth Cook. He graduated from Yorktown High School and has 4 albums and is even on iTunes. Academically, we have a student who is currently enrolled at Yale who graduated with me, and athletically, about 50% of our students compete in the collegiate level. Riley Neal, who is a freshman at Ball State, is our quarterback of the football team, and we also have a Heisman Trophy Award runner-up who is currently playing at the University of Chicago. Although Yorktown only has a population of about 5,000 people, this town is quaint but leaves its mark on Indiana. We are perfectly located and easily accessible off of Interstate 69. We have history that is long and prideful. There is much to do with our athletics and community events, and we have the best school system in the nation. Yorktown may be small, but you should hear our roar. And here's my audience.